So now with the big brush, I'm going to just lightly spread it around. And if it doesn't work well, I have to use a small use a little brush for this. I'll just roll it. At the same time, I don't want big chunks of paint to be left standing, so yeah, I'll have to wait for those cars to dry so that they don't get smudged with the green before I go too close to them. I've used up all the light green. With the big brush, I added some yellow ochre, which is probably too much, but it just came off, so much came off on the brush. I had no option but to just dab it, keep dabbing it until it's spread all over. And now with the new brush, I'm adding, why is it not showing? It's not showing. Okay, with the new brush, I'm adding, it's not showing my brush. Oh, there's my brush. Okay, so it's a smaller brush, it's a 1 centimeter brush, and I'm adding some sap green all over with the sides of the brush, just in short little strokes. I'm doing the best I can to make it look grassy. So this might take some time, well, it will take some time, and I'll bring you back when I have more to show. I've made quite a few changes as I go along. I put as much grass as I could with the side of the brush, and the brush was very dry. I didn't put any oil on it, and I just want to make sure that it's flat and it's not raised lumps of paint, and so I have to keep going over it to make sure that, because I can't really see. At the same time, if I go too heavily, then I will just make it into a blur, which I don't want to do. I wanted some visible strands of grass. Anyway, so that's that, and I've put some wild sort of branches of dead bramble and bushes around there. This is going to be an oak tree. I need to wait for it to dry so that I can cover it with leaves. I've added some highlights onto the cows, onto the cattle, and changed the faces a little bit. I want the faces to be very soft. That's really the whole focus of this, was to make the soft, sweet faces of these cows. And then they do have quite longish strands of hair down the forehead here. So I'll just put that in. That's part of the neck, so I'll leave that. And yeah, I'm going to add some more streaks of lighter grass. So I've just mixed this cool green with some white, and I'm going to put that in here as well. So that it's also got some lighter patches. It's the whole mixture of all the different colors that really give the meadow its unique appearance. Although, having looked at some of their photos again, I did see that sometimes there were just patches, big patches of light, and sometimes big patches of dark. So it's not all that straightforward. But you know, each meadow is different. That patch of green has come out too light there. And I want these brush strokes to be as short as possible. So I'm going to add some flowers on here. But probably, although I've put the paint out, I should wait until the morning until it's dry. It's coming off too thick now. Anyway, so that's my progress so far, and I'll bring you back when there's something more interesting to look at. Standing back for a minute, I saw it does need the big brush, so I am doing that. Just breaking up the clumps of paint with the big brush. So you won't see individual blades of grass, just maybe some highlights here and there. And I think that will create a better effect. I'll see what the morning brings, because wet paint and dry paint look so different. And I still need to put some grass around the legs around the feet of the cars. I need to put bushes up there, and I need to put leaves on the trees. But I think that's helped to break it up a bit. And the sky, I'm really happy with it just as it is. I don't think I need to add more blobs of clouds. It's just hazy and distant cloud cover. Typical of, I would say, the English countryside. So I will bring you back to